Hey everyone, welcome to the show.
Great to be here.
So today we're diving into something pretty dark. Imagine London, but not the glamorous side. We're talking shadows, secrets.
Yeah, the kind of stuff hidden behind the roaring 20s facade.
Exactly. And that's the world of Phil Lecomber's novel Midnight Streets. It really gets into this, terrifying underbelly.
It does. It's crime fiction, a detective novel, for sure.
Right.
But it's got this edge, this grittiness about 1920s Soho that doesn't pull any punches. It really leans into the unsettling parts.
It really does. Okay,
Yeah.
so the basic setup, no spoilers, obviously.
Right. Keep it spoiler-free.
We follow this private detective, George Harley. He's a war veteran, kind of haunted by that. And he gets pulled into this really disturbing case. It involves missing children.
Which is immediately heavy stuff.
Yeah, heavy from the get-go. And there are these whispers, these rumors of strange cults operating sort of hidden away.
In the corners of the city, yeah.
And on top of all that, there's this hunt for a really brutal serial killer they call the nursery butcher.
Chilling name.
Is it? So, yeah, this is not your cozy mystery. It's a proper deep dive into some pretty macabre territory.
Absolutely. And Harley, our detective, he's got his own moral compass, right?
Yeah, seems like it.
But he's dropped into this world where, well, morality is blurry. Lots of shady characters.
So many criminals, people down on their luck, but also, wealthy socialites mixed up in things, mobsters.
It makes you wonder how someone like Harley keeps it together. Yeah, stays on the right side of things in that kind of environment.
Totally. Okay, so things I loved. First off, the atmosphere. Just wow.
Oh, yeah. What about it?
Lecomber just paints this picture of 1920s London that's so vivid, so gritty, you can almost smell the coal smoke in the damp alleys.
Ah, so it really transports you.
Completely.
Yeah.
It's not just background detail. It feels like a character itself, that sort of tangible sense of place.
That's great. I mean, those details, like describing a dive bar, the Pied Piper, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that place.
The way he describes the smell, sweat, booze, smoke.
Yeah.
It just grounds it, makes it feel real. That kind of detail really builds the mood, doesn't it?
It really does. And I think that mood, that sense of place, it kind of amplifies the unease. You feel like anything could be happening just around the corner.
Right, danger lurking.
Yeah. Which brings me to the second thing I loved, the plot. Man, it's intricate.
Okay, twisty.
Very twisty. It weaves together all these different threads that you don't initially see connecting. You've got these occult rumors, and then there's this controversial author, Cassina, I think, and his strange book.
Right, the one about the priest and morality based on chance.
Yeah.
That adds a philosophical layer almost.
Exactly. And even a medieval tapestry becomes important somehow. It keeps you guessing constantly, just when you think you've got a handle on it.
Something else pops up.
Yeah. It was a real mental workout, but in a good way,
That's skillful writing, connecting those disparate bits. It makes you think, is this just random crime? Or is there something bigger, more complex driving it?
Yeah.
How did you feel about how it all came together?
I found it super compelling. It felt like peeling an onion, Each layer reveals more questions.
Nice analogy.
And the third thing, the protagonist, George Harley. I was really drawn to him.
What about him specifically?
Well, he's complex, shaped by the war, trying to do the right thing in this morally gray world. He's got this sharp wit, almost cynical sometimes.
The hard-boiled detective trope, yeah.
Kinda, yeah. But underneath, there's this strong sense of justice. He's not just observing the bad stuff. He reacts to it, wants to fix it, even if it's dangerous. You feel that core integrity.
That's key. The war background adds depth, too, doesn't it? Maybe gives him a different perspective on suffering, on the darkness people are capable of.
I think so, yeah. It definitely fuels his drive. Okay, but it wasn't all perfect for me.
The critiques that didn't quite land.
Well, one thing, and it's maybe a consequence of that intricate plot,
Yeah.
there are a lot of characters.
Okay. Hard to keep track.
Sometimes, yeah. You've got the club owners, informants, police, society figures. It builds a rich world, which is great.
Right.
But I did find myself occasionally having to pause and think, okay, who was that again? How do they connect? It felt a bit like juggling sometimes.
That can happen with complex narratives, especially ones aiming for that realistic, crowded city feel. Everyone brushes shoulders. Did any minor characters still manage to stick with you, though?
Oh, definitely. Even some of the seedier ones felt quite memorable. Harley was the clear anchor, though. But yeah, just keeping the web straight took focus.
Fair point. A trade-off for complexity.
The other thing is, and this is more of a heads up for potential readers, it gets pretty dark.
How so?
The book doesn't shy away from the grim stuff, the themes around the missing kids, the hints about what the nursery butcher does. Some descriptions are quite unsettling.
Right. It sounds like it really delves into the depravity Harley's up against, not just theft or standard crime, but something deeper.
Exactly. It underscores the stakes and the real evil he's facing. So sensitive listeners or readers might find some parts disturbing. It's definitely not for the faint of heart.
Good to know. It sounds like those darker elements are integral to the story it's telling about that world, though.
Absolutely. They feel necessary for the story. Just be prepared.
Gotcha.
So, all that said, weighing the incredible atmosphere, the complex plot, the great protagonist against the slight character overload and the darkness,
The final verdict.
I'm giving Midnight Streets by Phil Lecomber a solid 4 out of 5 stars.
Nice. Sounds well-deserved. A gripping read, but maybe have a lighter book on standby afterward.
Maybe. It's a really strong, atmospheric crime novel. Highly recommended if you like that kind of deep, intricate, slightly dark historical mystery.
Cool. A compelling dive into 1920s London's shadows.
Okay, everyone, that about wraps up our deep dive into Midnight Streets.
Hope you found it interesting.
If you enjoyed exploring this shadowy world with us, please do hit that like button and subscribe so you catch our future deep dives.
Yep, helps us out a lot.
And if you want to grab a copy of the book for yourself, we've put an Amazon link right there in the description below.
Easy peasy.
We'd also genuinely love to hear your thoughts. What was your favorite bit of our discussion, or maybe the most intriguing part of the book if you've read it?
Yeah, drop a comment. Let us know what you think. Favorite moment, most chilling discovery.
Absolutely. Let's get a conversation going in the comments. Your shares and comments really help other people find the show and discover books like this.
Keep the discussion alive.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Catch you next time.